G'day folks, this is Sim. Welcome back to 7 Days To Die, done from down under. You might be wondering why it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's because I forgot to hit the record button. So I've already done a session, I've replanted the crops here, I've gone and got some goldenrod tea cooking over on the hill, killed a couple of random zombies and had a bit of a chat, all for naught. What I was saying before when I wasn't recording is that I've got about 2 days before another zombie horde comes, and the next one is going to be worse than the last one. And we had cops and dogs in the last one, we know that for sure, and we're probably going to have more on day 21. So I've got to get some work done to upgrade this place. It's large and it's not the most defensible place that I've stayed in, but we'll do what we can. There's also something that I'm hoping to try to deal with, one of the issues with the mechanics of the game, but we'll see how that pans out. But to do all of that, I'm going to need a ton of wood. So this episode's probably going to span a couple of days, because I'm going to be spending a lot of time chopping trees. I'm going to cut out now, and I'll come back once we've got some supplies and we can start doing some work. Okay, so night time's just hit and I've just gotten back home, and at the moment I've got 136 logs, which is a good start. Now, as I was bolting back, I did happen to come across a duffel bag, and in the duffel bag we got a shotgun barrel, which is actually in great condition, which is sweet, and it's a long shotgun, not a short shotgun, which is a bonus. Also got some pistol parts and some leather leg armor. Now, I don't think I can actually make leather at the moment. I haven't found the leather working book. Then again, maybe I can. Leather strips require leather, but I don't think I have the recipe for leather, so until I can make the leather, I can't make the leather strips. However, we can still have a look at this, because at the moment all I'm wearing on the legs is cloth, which I made myself, and that's durability of 100 and a quality of 92 versus, well, looking at that, the real question then is the protection better? 21%, 11, 16 and 6 versus, yeah, so yeah, the protection's still better, so we'll go with that. We'll toss the rest of these beasties in here. And while we're at it, what have we got shotgun wise now? We've got receiver, we've only got short shotgun stocks, and we've got the barrel for it, but it's not a gun that I particularly like using. We've got a whole bunch of pistol parts, but nothing really worthwhile at this point. So yeah, we are definitely going to have to do a lot more scavenging. What we will do before I cut out again is, well, first things first, yeah, these are pretty horrible. It's going to make me sick, but it'll go away, and I'm not in a position where I'm likely to need to run right now, so we're going to eat that disgusting old sham sandwich. And as a bonus, it looks like I didn't get sick. It's a 50-50 bet, so we'll say thank you very much for that. The other thing that we need to do is we need to have a look, and it should be okay to do this. Let's just pop down and make sure we are undetected. We're not making too much noise. I'm going to take a couple of iron ingots, and I'm going to craft them down. Now, That's going to give me 8 pieces of forged iron. Now this is expensive, I know, but we managed to pick up the recipe for an iron helmet out of one of those cars, I think it was, back in that burnt zone. And that only takes 5 of those. Now unfortunately I don't know what the stats are, but I still reckon it's probably going to be better than what we've got. So let's take a crack at it. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Okay, so again, the quality wasn't great from crafting it, but 250 durability, really high level protection. It's gonna for sure be better than the footy helmet that we're currently wearing. And 31s, 30 and 10 versus 40s, yep. So that's definitely an upgrade. We'll say thank you very much for that. Although we do lose a few bits and pieces by putting that on. So let's have a closer look and see how it all adds up. 17, 22, 17, 18, 16 versus 17, 22, 17, 18, 17. And where'd the bandana go? Did that pop off as well, or do I not have a bandana at the moment? Okay, now that's interesting, because that football helmet actually, combined with the shades, looks like it's actually better than what we're wearing. Let's just be sure. 17, 22, 17, 18, 17 versus 17, 22, 17, 18, 16. Now, mind you, that protection is only explosive, which we're not likely to have to deal with. So it's probably 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. For the time being, I think we'll go with the cool shades. Okay, be like that. We'll go with the cool shades and the sunglasses, and we'll save that for later if we need it. That was interesting though. That's a bit of a turn off when you consider that the qualities on those two other ones weren't that flash anyway. Alright, so the other thing that we needed to do is we need a little bit of wood first. Because we want to make ourselves up a hatch. And that was just 4 of those, and I'm hoping that I can place it sideways. If I can't, it won't be that big a deal. We'll just add some frames and go from there. But out of curiosity, can we place this hatch across here sideways? Is it going to let us place it there? I won't complain if it is. Nope. Definitely coming up and saying not going to happen. So we try placing it that way. And it looks like that went in. And it did go that way, so maybe I was just too close to it. Alright, sweet. So that guarantees that we shouldn't have anybody sneaking up here unexpectedly. Good stuff. There we go. Alright, so basically I'm going to have to just chill during the night again and get to work in the morning. I'm going to be doing a bit of crafting. I'm going to make up a few more frames. I'm going to need some wood for a bunch of other bits and pieces. So I'll see you all then. Okay, it's almost 7 o'clock. We're going to get off to an early start. And what I'm going to be doing is trying something that I haven't done before. Oops. Oh, I'd never realised I could upgrade that. Oh, well, in that case, just the one level, but hey, every little bit counts. So what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to try to take advantage of one of the mechanics in the game, and that is that zombies now, as you've noticed, leave gore piles. Now the problem with them leaving gore piles is that the gore piles basically make the spikes useless. Once the zombies died on it, then the gore pile sits there and it allows them to climb up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put a line of frames around. One more there. We're going to have to go up a little bit higher here because of the loading dock. I suppose that's what we'd call this. And there, and then we can come back down. Now what I'm hoping will happen is that they will climb up onto this and they will start beating on either the wall or the spikes, and the spikes will kill them. And then they'll drop a gore pile, and the gore pile itself will then block this to the point where they won't be able to climb up on that particular one. So any other zombie that's standing here is going to have to beat through the gore pile before it can do it again. Don't know how well it'll work, but I reckon it's worth a crack. And that one there actually needs to be one higher. Alright, and you can see that there's been a bit of damage done here, so we'll fix... Oh! And try not to stand on our own spikes along the way. So basically I'm going to run around here now and do all of this. I've got a ton of these that I've just crafted up, and I might quickly make a few extra spikes just to deal with a couple of spots that I've missed while I'm at it. And I'll be back again once this has been done. Oh, hang on a second. I'm also going to take a little bit of time to upgrade these, just to give them a little bit of extra protection. Probably just the one layer for this stuff up top. So we'll see how we go. Could also have an interesting effect when it comes to the spider zombies, but we'll see how that all works as well. So see you shortly. You know, I've got to admit I do love the nail gun. It makes this work so much easier. And as you can see, there we go, we've got our lip all the way around. It works out well because it marries up fairly well here. Now I don't know how this is actually going to turn out. It could be a complete and utter failure, and because I've only got low level upgrades on these spikes, they're probably going to get broken down fairly quickly. But oh, I thought I was out of wood there for a second. No, I wouldn't think so. I've got a bit here. There is something else that I'm planning to do, and we'll cover that once I finish doing this. So let me stop forcing you to listen to that horrible racket. Okay, looks like we've had some visitors. Looks like we've got a small horde coming through, and they've been walking along the spikes as they often do. So let's deal with the leftovers. Well, thanks for the spud seed. I'm not sure whether I need it. Another one here. And yeah, must have been a very small horde. But you see what I mentioned before about them? If they don't have cores to attack something, they will often walk around it. And you can see the spikes aren't doing massive amounts of damage, but they're doing enough to eventually take them out. Now, one of the downsides is, oh, ouch, that tickled. I do believe that spikes, and I missed one there, do take damage over time, which they didn't before. So, oh, and I just leveled up again, level 15. Thank you very much. Let's just get that one. Yeah, that one had taken some damage. Probably find that, yep, some of these have. Let's just fix up this wall while we're at it. Let's just duck around here and have a look and see. Sometimes they'll split. Some will go one way and others will go another. No, looks like it was just a very small horde that was heading through. Nothing to get worked up about. So, yep, I will continue on. I'm almost done. Just going to take care of a few. Oh, you. Now that could be a serious problem. If those gore piles are going to fall on the crops like that, then yeah, that kind of sucks. And you can see what we're talking about here with them as well. Got to remember to destroy these corpses if they're close by. Alright, however, yeah, so we've lost some food there, but nothing to get too worked up about. Now, again, we might see what we can do about fencing this off, or putting a wall around it. They, again, will more than likely, if they don't have good cause, simply go around it if we do that. But we'll have to wait and see. I think if I put a door or a gate there, that's going to attract their attention. And we don't really want that. Okay, so once again, I will... Actually, no, I probably don't need to now. Alright, we should have finished crafting up what I was working on. So, alright, wood spikes. Let's make as many as we possibly can. Which is going to be a ton because I've got the wood. And, oh, I've got even more. Alright, yeah, well, let's keep going. Yeah, 250 should be enough. We'll get these crafting up. Now, a lot of people don't like wood spikes, and the reason is that they break very, very quickly. And I understand where they're coming from, but the thing about the wood spikes as opposed to the log spikes is that they do, unless they've been nerfed recently and I'm not aware of it, they do a heck of a lot of damage. And they can make a big difference when it comes to thinning out a horde that's coming at you. So I still find that they're worth the investment. Later game, they're probably not necessary, but early game, when you're just worrying about staying alive, a few of these will make a difference. And look, if you've got a horde of 50 zombies coming at you, and these take out 10 or 20 of them, then that's a lot less zombies that you're going to have to worry about being up in your face. Excuse me. If things get bad and they breach your walls. So I will continue on and I'll lay a line of these, maybe 2 lines, not sure yet, right around here. And then we'll step back and have a look at what we've done. Okay, so that took up pretty much all of those, but now we've got a nice 2-layer deep run of spikes around the outer edge as well as the main spikes in the middle. Oops, 3 at the front, and dang, they hurt. Look how much damage that just did to me. I need to get some food into me, do some healing, and I don't have a lot of time, so we got about 2 hours. Alright, and you can see the results of the work, and I'm almost dead because I'm going to kill myself on my own spikes, which I have done before, and I'm probably going to do again. So let's just make sure we got this all upgraded just here. Let's get our butt upstairs. Where are we going to throw this wood? For now it can go in here with all the other tools and bits and pieces. Alright, and I'll sort the rest of the stuff out when it gets dark. But right now we need to grab a little bit of venison. 3 should do us. Maybe 1 more. Make sure we've got some fuel. That should be enough, but look, better to be safe than sorry. Don't have a lot of time to do this. I could cook these up here, but this should be quick. I should be able to get it done before the witching hour and they all start running. So let's get over here on the grill, lumps of coal, cook. Don't need that many. Keep our eyes open. Those trees are growing nicely, and I've got a few more seeds to put down. Okay. 30 seconds. Seems so short, feels so long. However, we might as well have a drink while we're waiting, but we need to save some because we may lose some hydration once we start eating this meat. Here goes the last one now. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So now we got some proper food. And we've got more goldenrod tea from last time. Should have brought some water and threw a fresh load in, but that's okay. We are running rapidly out of time, so let's get this into us. Nice to see that health creeping up. And we're healing again. Shut the door. And we'll eat it all. We're going to need it all. Puts us almost back to full, and we're going to need that for tomorrow. And that was a miss, and that's frustrating to waste a bandage like that. I just wanted to have a drink. Oh well, before it gets dark I need to put this stuff away. So look, tomorrow is day 21, and I'm expecting a horde to show up. It might turn up in the morning, it might not be until later in the day. Got no real way of knowing, but we will find out in the next episode. Thanks everybody for joining me. Look forward to seeing you all the next time, and until then, take care of each other everybody, and ciao for now.